I'm honored now to present Ambassador Sebudandi, Permanent Representative of Rwanda to the UN in Geneva.
Thank you, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me first of all to express my gratitude for the honor and privilege of being invited to make brief remarks at this solemn event. I wish to pay tribute to the UN Watch for organizing this meeting and pay my respect to the victims of the Holocaust who are present here. Ladies and gentlemen, listening a while ago at this testimony makes it feel so vivid to me, because it is very surprising to find that what happened 60 years ago is the same as what happened in my country. The same testimonies are given, the same instrument, the same way, manner of torturing and killing people is the same. Today we remember the victims of the greatest crime of man against man. 1 million, over 1 million innocent people, children, women, men, the aged, were gassed, burned, and turned to ashes because they were different. While we cannot turn back the clock and bring back the dead and undo the harm that has already been caused, we can honor the memory of the victims by our commitment to fight against prejudices and intolerance. That is why, even as we meet here today, on the occasion of the memory of the victims of the Holocaust, it can be an occasion to reflect seriously on this worst form of man's inhumanity to man, and ask ourselves how the world could have allowed a catastrophe like this to happen, and why, even after the call of never again from the leaders of the whole world, and in an increasingly globalizing and almost transparent world, 50 years later, the international community still allowed the slaughter of 1 million Tutsi in the most horrific genocide of the century to go on for over 100 days, witnessed by all on television screens. And why, even today, elsewhere in the world, the same atrocities are still being committed, and the world still seems to have the same constraints and uncertainty to take the right decisions and timely actions. The reality of human insecurity cannot be simply wished away. We must all work together for a lasting solution beyond mere declarations. We should recognize that we all, rich and poor, regardless of color, creed, language, or ethnicity, share a common humanity and deserve one another's interests, sympathy and acceptance. As one quote goes, the surest way for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing about it. It is in this light that I wish to commend the UN Secretary General Kofi Annan for appointing a special advisor on prevention of genocide 2 years ago, and who has been here this week with us on this occasion. It was a move in the right direction, although we all know that will not be an easy task for him. The real challenge in dealing with the situations of genocide is having to deal with a state that is killing its own citizens. In Rwanda, the genocide was conceived, planned, and executed by the government of the day, turning one part of its population onto another. The constraints of taking timely action often arise from contradictions in interpretation of international law, which may tend to favor states over their citizens, but also from the reluctance of the international community to take appropriate action against such a state because of strategic national interests or lack of them. This was the case in Rwanda. Although there were reports of a risk of genocide long before it began, no serious action was taken until the worst happened. And even as it was happening, there was still hesitation on the part of the international community, which could have otherwise made a difference if they had taken action. I believe that today, my country can offer a lot of ideas in the area of genocide prevention. from our experience in the management of post-genocide period in terms of conflict management and peace building, which are focused on the elimination of all possibilities of a recurrence of the genocide. The culture of peace and tolerance and conflict resolution has been mainstreamed in our education system at all levels. The government has invested in early warning systems and peace-enhancing processes that cut across the various aspects of national life, government, private sector, and civil society. Strict laws have been passed to deal with cases of ethnic segregation and sectarian ideologies, and a system of justice which ensures justice but also promotes national reconciliation was put in place. And out of our own experience is also born our determination to contribute actively within our modest means in the search for international peace and security. And this is ascertained from the role we are playing in the African peace missions in the Sudan. My call today to the international community is to come out strongly and visibly in enforcing justice and ending impunity by, among other things, ensuring harsh punishment for the genocide perpetrators who are still at large, wherever they may be, as well as those involved in the genocide negation and revisionism. Strong legislation should also be passed against those circulating messages and information that incite racial discrimination and hatred and promote xenophobia in the media and on the internet. This can be a strong lesson for the future and a sure way of honoring the victims of the genocide and of the Shoah. Thank you very much, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. May the victims of the Holocaust we remember today, those who passed away, may their souls rest in peace, and those who are still here with us, may they continue in the courage and in the fight, especially against the negation of this horrendous crime. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Ambassador Sebudandi.